What you see on the left is my own server for Minecraft 1.21.3, and what you see on the right is me playing on my own server in Minecraft 1.21.3. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to create your own server, how to join your own server, and how to have your friends join your own server once you have finished creating that server. And to prove to you guys this is my server, I'm actually going to OP myself, which means give myself operator permissions, make myself an admin. As you can see there, I just made myself an admin. So this is my server. Let's go ahead and get started with the tutorial. Creating a server in Minecraft has gotten extremely easy over the years. However, there's still a lot of downsides to creating your own server. Like for example, this server will only run as long as your computer is on, meaning that if you have your server open and then you turn off your computer, your server closes and everybody gets kicked out. Another thing is that this server is limited by your internet speed. So if you have multiple friends connected, your internet speed will slow down, or if you don't have great internet, your friends will lag a lot. And also it's limited by your computer hardware. So if you don't have a lot of RAM or great hardware, your server will be pretty slow. Now, how can you fix that, you might ask? You don't have to fix that. You could just let somebody else host a server for you, and that's where Apex Hosting comes in. I'm actually gonna leave you guys this in the first link in the description, which if you go ahead and create your server with Apex Hosting, you get 25% of your server. You could create a Java or a Bedrock server, a server that supports over 200 mod packs. So that's great because that means you don't need to keep your computer on or anything like that. The server will be hosted online. Your friends could join at any moment. You don't have to port forward your IP address. You don't have to put yourself at risk, and you could host as many people on your server as you want without your computer crashing or without having to worry about your RAM and stuff like that. Apex Hosting is a great option. Something I personally love about Apex Hosting, besides them having locations all around the world and all the advantages that they have, is that you could actually create the server and then access the server console through your phone, meaning that you could be away from the house and stuff and still be able to create the server, but then be able to kick people out of the server, change the settings, change the weather, or whatever you want to do through the server console. You could do so through your phone. So I'm going to leave that first link in the description if you want to create a safe, secure server where you don't have to port forward or anything like that. Everything is done for you in less than 5 minutes. First link in the description, 25% off with Apex Hosting. And now let's get started creating that server for you. Okay, so let's say that you still decided to go the route of creating your own server. Click on the second link in the description, which is a written guide on how to do this. This is an intense process. Even though it has gotten easier with time, it's still a little bit more complicated than just installing a single mod, okay? Once you click on that second link, you can read through the guide, but if you want to skip through that and you don't want to look at photos and stuff, you can just scroll down to step 1 and click download here, right? That button right there. That's going to redirect you over here, where we're going to select the Minecraft server 1.21.3.jar file right here on this line in here. As you can see that green text in there, go ahead and click on that little line in there, and that is going to begin the download right away for your server file. Now with the server file downloaded, I want you to go ahead and drag and drop it into your desktop, and don't close your browser, first of all because you're watching this video, and second of all because you're going to need one more file later on, and you're also going to need to use this line of text right here. Go ahead and minimize your browser, and now we have this server file, which I'm going to rename to server.jar. Yours should be named server.jar right away, but since I have already done this video multiple times in the past, it's named number 4, number 5, or whatever number of files I already have downloaded, right? So now we have server.jar on our desktop. It's time to start creating our server. The first thing you want to do is make sure you have closed Minecraft completely, 100%, as well as your Minecraft launcher, and then right click here on your desktop and create a folder. You can name this folder whatever you want. This is not going to show anywhere. This is only for you to keep your server in a place where you know that it is located. So I'm going to name this server 1.21.3, and now go ahead and drag and drop that server.jar file into this folder. Go ahead and open that folder up, and now you should only have that server.jar file. Now remember that I said don't close your browser. This is where that becomes important. For the next step, we're going to extract every single file in this little jar file in here. And if you're wondering how we're going to do that, that is because we're going to use something called Java, specifically Java 21. And if you click on the third link in the description, you will see our written guide on how to download and install Java 21. This is not optional. This is a requirement. Any server that you create after Minecraft 1.20.5 will require you to have Java 21. A lot of you, if you have created servers in the past, might have Java 17, Java 18, Java 7 even, some of you Java 8, older Javas, or some of you might not even have Java at all. What you need to do is install Java 21. I'm going to leave that guide in the description. Super easy. You just download Java 21 and then you hit next a couple of times and you have Java 21 installed on your computer. Sometimes you might have to go into add or remove programs and delete your older Javas like Java 17 or Java 18. You could always install those, and we have guides in our website on how to install those in case you need to, right? Now, once you install Java 21 on your computer, the next step, and you'll see why you need Java, is going to be to double click on the server.jar file. Once you double click on it, as you can see, it's going to start unloading a bunch of files here into this folder that we created, and that is why you need Java 21. Without Java 21, none of that would have happened. Now, all these files are going to stop appearing once a EULA.txt file appears right there. And you're gonna go ahead and open that EULA.txt file. You should just double click on it and then select Notepad. You don't need to use Notepad++ or anything like that. Regular Notepad will work. I'm just gonna open it just once in here. And as you can see, this file, this is a EULA file. This is a file that let us play Minecraft online, the file that lets us create that server. And all we have to do here is change that EULA equal false to EULA equal true. If you don't know what you are agreeing to, just go ahead and copy this link in here and go to your browser and read through it. But this is going to allow us to finally create that server. Now, once you've done that, once you change the EULA equal false to equal true, hit file, hit save, and close this text document. You don't need it anymore. And now we're gonna go ahead and double click on that server.jar file one more time. And as you can see, if you double click on it again, it's not going to stop this time. It's going to start running things. It's going to start appearing a bunch of documents and files in here. And actually, our server is going to start running right here. As you can see, it says preparing a spawn area, and then it says done down here. And believe it or not, we now have a Minecraft server 1.20.1.3 that only you can join. Now, I'm gonna prove to you that only you can join it, and we're gonna actually test if we can join it. And to do that, all we have to do is open our Minecraft game, and specifically the Minecraft 1.21.3 game, because we do have to be playing in a compatible version. Now, in the past, many versions ago, this is a moment where we will actually add our IP address into the server properties and all of that. We don't need to do that anymore. Minecraft has evolved, and all we have to do is launch regular Minecraft. I'm going to launch the latest release. I'm not even going to launch it with shaders or anything like that. By the way, if you need shaders, we have a video on the channel on how to add shaders already to Minecraft 1.21.3. But I'm launching regular Minecraft, and I'm going to have this server here on the left side and regular Minecraft here on the right side. I'm actually going to make it a little bit bigger. Why not? There we go. And now I'm going to head over to multiplayer. And as you can see, our Minecraft server is right here. It's loading already. It's loading by itself. I don't even have to add it or anything like that. It's already here. Some of you will see here where it says scanning for games on your local network. And in case you don't see it, you could just hit on direct connection and then type in your local IP address, or you could also type local host just like that, and then hit join server, and that'll join your own server. As you can see, we join our server, and it says it here on the left side. If we look in here, it says it's Cuba, join the game. So we are now in our own server, and to prove it to you guys, I'm actually going to kick myself out of the server just to show you that we're here in our own server, right? So now we have a server, but at this moment you can't change the RAM amount of the server. You can't have your friends join or anything like that. So I'm first going to teach you how to change the RAM amount of the server. Let's go ahead and close Minecraft, and to stop our server, all we have to do is type a stop into the console, and that will stop our server. The first thing I'm going to teach you, like I said, is how to change the RAM amount of your server, because 1 gigabyte to 2 gigabytes, that's not enough, right? So what you're going to do is actually right click here on this folder. You're going to click on new, and then you're going to click where it says text document, and you're going to create a new text document. Go ahead and open that new text document tab, and that is going to be 100% empty. Now head over to the description of this video or to the first pinned comment, where you're going to see a bunch of text lines that look just like this one in here, right? But instead of just saying 1024, they will have different numbers like 2000, 4000, even 8000. What that means is that you have different options to add RAM into your server. Once you selected how many RAM you want, like 2 gigabytes, 4 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes, you're going to paste it in here, that text line that you will find in the description of this video or the first pinned comment. You could also use this line here from the official Minecraft website. However, 1 gigabyte is not enough for me, so I'm actually going to change that in a second. How many gigabytes of RAM should you use? That's depending on how many gigabytes of RAM you have on your computer. If you don't know how many you have, just right click here on your taskbar, then click task manager, and in here head over to where it says, I believe it's performance right here, yes, and then you'll see on memory how many gigabytes of RAM you have. And as you can see, it says that I have a total of 64 gigabytes of memory of RAM, and then I have available 52 gigabytes. I don't recommend that you ever go above half of your available RAMs or your total RAM, my bad. So if I have 64 gigabytes of total RAM, I'm never gonna go above 32, and that's already overkill for a server. So I'm actually not going to go above 8 gigabytes in this server. Now, how do you change that? Just select the 4 numbers in here, the 1024M, and then select the M as well, and change it to the amount of gigabytes that you want. So for example, I want 8 gigabytes, and then you're going to type a capital G right after that, and you're going to change this one to 1G. That's the minimum amount of RAM that you're going to allow the server to use, and this is the maximum amount of RAM that you're going to allow the server to use. If you don't know how to do all of this, like I said, it's already done for you in the description of this video, as well as on the first pinned comment. All you have to do is copy that line of text that matches how many gigabytes you want to use on your server. Now, we're not done with this text document yet. We also have to make sure that this line here that says Minecraft server 1.21.3.jar matches the name of our server.jar file. So all we have to do in here is rename this, delete the Minecraft part with the underscore, and delete the .1.21.3, so it says server.jar. That's all you need in here. That way it matches our file name over here. Now, if you have a different file name over here, let's say that you have server parentheses 2 and then .jar, make sure you match these two, right? That's all you need. You can name this whatever you want. They just need to match. Once you've done that, hit file, hit save as, and then here you're going to type run.bat or start.bat, whatever it helps you remember that this is the file that you're going to use to start your server from now on. And then in the save as type, you're going to change it to all files. Don't save it as a text document, change it to all files, and now hit save. You could close out from this text document. You could save it just in case and then close out from it. And now you're going to see that start or run.bat file appear here within your server folder. This is the file that we're going to use whenever we want to start our server and have the amount of RAM or gigabytes of RAM that we gave our server. In this case, 8 gigabytes. Because if I run it as a server.jar, I'm only going to have a certain amount that is very limited, and I want to have 8 gigabytes. So I'm going to actually run my server using that run.bat file. All you have to do is double click on it, and now you will even see a different console appearing here. This is not the regular console that we saw earlier. This is not the white console. This is actually our command prompt running our server. Give it a couple seconds in here, as it might take longer than usual the first time that you're running that server. But as you can see, it already says done. Our server is open, and if we actually open Minecraft again, we could join our own server exactly the same way that we had joined earlier. But now we're running an 8 gigabyte server. As you can see on top in here, it's 8 gigabytes. Okay, so that is pretty much how to run a server with the custom amount of RAM that you want to use, which you probably will have to change whenever you're making a server that you're gonna have a lot of friends join. That's why I always recommend that you use the first link in the description and just let Apex Hosting do all of this for you. Yes, it is a paid service. It's a premium. If you want something good, you have to pay. That's what it is. It is what it is. I've been paying Apex Hosting for I don't even know how many years now. Before they even offered to, you know, give you guys a discount and then we work with the affiliates and stuff, I was already paying for Apex Hosting because doing this, it's a lot of work. And then my friends are always complaining like, hey, I want to join the server. Can you please get on? Can you please turn on the computer? No, I wanted to skip all of that. So I just pay for Apex Hosting. I don't even realize that I've been paying for it because it's honestly not that much. And then they obviously give me a discount too. So it's great. It's great. It's a great service. And there we go. We now have a server here and we have the game over here. And we're going to go ahead and actually join our server one more time. Now, you guys might be asking a question. I already joined my server. Great. I'm already able to play on my own server, but I want to play with my friends. How do I have my friends join? For that, you need to do a process called port forwarding. Port forwarding is super simple, but it's a little bit more complicated than just me explaining it to you guys here on the camera. So for that, I made a dedicated video on how to port forward. The thing with port forwarding is that it's going to vary depending on your specific router. I have a router here in my house that is different from the one in my office. And when I go to the office, I have to port forward in a different way than what I do here on the home. So I went ahead and put all of that together in one single video for you guys to watch, which is coming up right now on the screen right here. I think it's over here, right? So you guys should see that video right now. That video is going to teach you how to port forward your router, how to port forward your internet so people could join, your friends could join. Again, only invite people you trust because you're going to be giving out your IP address and that's something you don't want to give to everybody. But again, I'm going to leave that video up in here. Don't forget to go watch it, and thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, bye bye.